bed's literally too big. You just have to shuffle around it. Hi, could I just order a drink to my room, please? Could I have an apple, pineapple and ginger juice, please? Okay, great, thank you. Hi everyone. So for today's video, I thought I would do a little catch up, Q&A, general just chit chat, because I literally see you guys as my friends. So when I'm not just like chatting to you and doing videos, it's so strange for me. By the way, follow me on Instagram if you want your question to be answered in one of my Q&As on YouTube. Shameless plug. But yeah, I feel like whenever I do a Q&A or like YouTube video now, I just have so much to catch up with you about because I do videos less regularly, therefore there's just more to talk about. And sometimes there's just nothing to talk about and I find something to talk about. So yeah, I asked you guys on my Instagram for some questions and this is basically, oh my God. Basically, I'm staying at a hotel for the night just because, you know what, sometimes you need to just take yourself out of a stressful environment and put yourself into a hotel, and that's just what I did. I asked you guys on Instagram for some questions and we're just gonna catch up. What is your coffee order? My coffee order, if I'm ordering at a coffee shop, is an iced oat latte or an oat latte, depending if it's summer or winter. And then my order at Starbucks is their iced oat shaken espresso drink. Every time I go to Starbucks and order the drink, I always have to look at the menu to remind myself what I'm ordering. And I get it with oat milk. Obviously, it's an iced oat. What am I talking about? And blonde roast and a small one with whipped cream on top and caramel drizzle. Favorite concert you've ever been to? Oh, good question. I feel like this year, more than ever, I've actually been to more concerts because it's been with like brands and things like that. So I had a week last week where I went to the summertime ball with the makeup brand allll, and I went to see Harry Styles with Rimmel. Oh no, and I went to see Beyonce with Snapchat. I've not been to that many concerts. I've been to Billie Eilish, Harry Styles, Beyonce, Ariana Grande. Oh my God, what am I on about? I saw Wallows. Easy Life. Oh my gosh, I'm actually useless. So I've seen 6 artists and I'm gonna keep it as that because I'm sure that's it. Out of those, not including like concerts as in where it's like different artists, I'd have to say Harry Styles. The concert was incredible. I don't think I've ever been to an event like that where everyone in the room is just genuinely happy to be there. There was so much like togetherness and kindness in the room, and there was one point where like Harry Styles plays like Satellite, people on the floor started making circles and holding hands and just like going into the circle and then like coming out again, and it was so cute. And it's times like that where you're just like, oh, humans are cute. But I have to say, Queen Bee, Miss Beyonce, so good. I don't know her songs as well as I do like the likes of Harry Styles, but what a performer she is. Like, she was insane. 6 costume changes, each one was an absolute serve. Oh, my drink's here. Just got my juice. So Beyonce was so good as well. She's not just a singer, she's a performer. Like the dancing, oh, the singing, oh, the outfits, oh, her makeup, oh, she was just so good. What's your plans for summer? Or how has your summer been so far? My plans for summer are quite unexciting, if I'm being honest. Summer's quite a difficult time for me when it comes to like going on holiday or going somewhere because 1, the heat is very difficult for me with my condition. It can bring on more nosebleeds, so you have to be very mindful of where you go. 2, all of the kids are out of school, which makes my life as someone with a visible difference a lot more difficult because more kids normally leads to more staring. More staring leads to me being more uncomfortable and not wanting to leave my hotel room to go anywhere. So if I would go away somewhere, I want to go when schools are not on summer holiday. Or my mum and me were talking about maybe like going to like a no kids resort, just because I love kids, don't get me wrong, and quite a lot of my viewers are kids. But for kids that don't know me and the ones that aren't as kind as my viewers and some kids out there, it just leads to me feeling very uneasy. So yeah, not much is happening. I might go somewhere for a couple of days for my birthday, because I hate my birthday and my birthday is at the end of July. So I feel like I'm just taking everything week by week. I don't really have any big plans, whereas like my brother and sister are booked and busy. What's nice is that my friends have finished university now, so there'll be more of seeing them. Like I'm seeing one of my friends tomorrow and we're going shopping. So like there's more opportunities like that of seeing friends. But aside from that, not much is planned. This is a really interesting question actually. How has your experience of the adult hospital been in comparison to child? I think anyone that has been in child health services compared to adult can see that there's a stark difference in the two. It's so different in, you know, the different types of people you come across in waiting rooms or on hospital wards. What I found most difficult is transitioning. So the transition from childcare to adult care is what's been most difficult. When you have a chronic illness, something that, you know, doesn't really get better with time, your need for care and attention never stops. So there can never be a period of transitioning where you don't need care from someone, or someone to have like a role and to be looking after your care. So when you're in the grey area of transitioning, it makes things really difficult because you're in between your child doctors and your new adult doctors. You know, my doctor I've been seeing since I was diagnosed, which is 6 years old, and now I'm 18, 19 next month. So it's very, very difficult to have another doctor take over your care, and it's very difficult, I think, to trust another doctor. And although at times, you know, my current doctors haven't been great, they are the only doctors I've kind of solely trusted and known. So I guess the difficulty is just introducing or having a whole new team. You know, everything has changed for me. My doctor for my dental stuff, my doctor for my eye stuff. The hospitals I go to have changed, whereas before everything was in one hospital. But now some of my stuff is my nose stuff's at one hospital, my eye stuff's at another hospital. These are all conjoining things because my condition is one thing, but they're all different areas, and sometimes the difficulty is, which I've had even in childcare, but especially in adult care, because it is such different pathways and worlds and different hospitals, your doctors won't speak to each other, so then you end up being the middleman, saying like, can you speak to this doctor please and liaise about my care and my health? And yeah, transitioning from childcare to adult care sucks. It's a whole nother world. You know, I'm on wards now where I'm probably the youngest on the ward, whereas before I was maybe the oldest on the ward, and I was okay with that. Yeah, things are just more difficult, I have to say. Thank God we have the NHS, and I will never, you know, say anything bad, but it's been very difficult, and it's a whole minefield, and it's been very difficult transitioning and being kind of forced into, you know, because I'm 18, I have to have this transition period. Even in mental health services, you know, I was seeing a child and teenager psychologist at a place called CAMS, which is Child Adolescent Mental Health Services. But because I'm an adult now, I now have even had to change my mental health person that I speak to. So yeah. Oh, Katie Piper sent me a question. Oh, I miss you, Katie. She said, love your style. Do you use a stylist? Do you loan, shop, or rent? Great question. I'm definitely planning on doing more videos about fashion soon, and I know you guys want them. I feel like I've really come into my own in terms of like my style. And when I was younger, I used to kind of just let what others wore dictate what I wore, in the sense of just because I was so desperate to be liked. Not that it made any difference, but I thought, all I want is to fit in. I already stand out enough, and so because of my appearance, and so the way that I would try and feel like I fit in more is to shop at the same places that other people did, or wear the same things. And did I enjoy them? Did I feel good in my own skin when I wore them? No, but did I feel like I fit in and they did the job? Yeah. And I feel like in the last year or so, I've really come into my own with what I wear. I've got better at not putting myself into any type of box with my makeup or my style or my music taste, or the most simple things. I'm who I am, and I like what I like. So I do use a stylist. However, it's only when necessary. So if I'm doing a photo shoot, then I'll use a stylist. Here's some images of a photo shoot I did recently with Wonderland magazine, and it was the most fun day ever. Or if I've got a big event, so if I've got like a big premiere where there'll be a lot of press, fashion week events, or a fashion show where I'm wearing the brand of the show who I'm going to, then I use a stylist. So anything where it's a big event, I'll use a stylist. But with having a stylist comes quite, you know, a heavy price to pay in terms of like how much it costs. So I only do it when I need to, but I feel like my stylist Heloise is amazing. She's also a close friend of mine, and whenever I use my stylist, it really is a collaboration. It's not like, here, wear this, you know, and I just wear whatever it is because she knows best, which she does, but it's very collaborative. You know, she knows what I like, she knows what I don't like, she knows what brands I enjoy, what brands aren't so me. Yeah, she knows me, and I think that's so important. Do I loan? I don't loan. I don't really feel like I have anything to loan. I mean, when you work with a stylist in that way, a lot of the clothes that you wear are lent from brands on loan. So once you've worn them, some of the behind the scenes knowledge is like, so just say I've gone to a premiere, I will often have jewelry, shoes, a bag and an outfit arranged, like a, you know, a dress or something arranged for me and loaned for me to me from brands, and then the next day it will be Heloise's job to take all of those pieces off me and send them back to the companies where they come from, and they're called PR loans or press loans and things like that. Most of the clothes I wear, if not all of the clothes I wear with my stylist when she's involved, are clothes that are loaned to me and given back to the brands, as much as I'd love to keep them sometimes. Oh my god. Do I shop or rent? So there is a few platforms actually that I do rent off. One called Her that I really like in London, HURR. Actually last year when I had a scare where I didn't think I was going to have a prom dress for prom, I panicked, rented 2 dresses from her, and luckily didn't end up needing to wear them. But like, you've got options like that. And I love By Rotation, which my friend Ishita is the creator of, and they just opened up a By Rotation in New York now, so you're able to rent clothes from, if you're New York based, but also if you're UK based as well. And where do I shop? I mean, it's very all over the place. Like, I shop in loads of thrift shops. So I have like a whole strip I love in Shoreditch, in like Brick Lane in London. I love Notting Hill for more vintage shops, although I don't go there often enough because it's quite out of the way for me, but I do love it. Brands in general that I love, I look a lot at Heaven, which is this brand by Marc Jacobs. They've got some cool stuff. For more kind of high street prices, I really like Motel Rocks, or I genuinely buy a lot of my clothes from Depop and Vinted. I'd say 98% of my wardrobe is from Depop. I love also End, which is a site where you can get a lot of like streetwear type stuff, so like Bape or Adidas. Yeah, most of my stuff these days is from small brands. I can list some small brands that I look at down below. My friend Freya actually, Freya McKee, she has a brand that's all sustainable and all designed and made by her that I absolutely love. Every single time she does a drop, my card is out and I'm ready to buy some stuff. Next question was, how are you feeling about turning 19? I hate my birthday. I will shout that from the rooftops. I mean, I've never liked celebrating me. I've always preferred other people's birthdays from being little. You know, I've never been like, oh, it's my birthday, I'm so excited. Like, I've just never been like that. And I know some people are, and they'll literally create a whole month out of their birthday. It's just could never be me, but like, you do you, love that. I think when you have a chronic illness, I think you just live each day as it comes. You know, you don't plan too far ahead. You don't really look forward. You just, nothing wrong with looking forward, but you just have to stay in the moment and take each moment as it comes. You really do, because you never know what will happen, and that's life, but especially when you have chronic illness. But when you put a time stamp on things like age and birthdays, it makes things a lot more difficult, because you're like, oh my god, it's been another year. My situation is still the same, or my situation is worse in terms of my health. So this was why last year I really struggled with my 18th birthday, because it was just a real kind of like shove in my face of like, hey, you're 18 now, but you're just as ill, if not more ill than you were a couple years ago. So yeah, I feel okay. I mean, 19, it's another year. Like, nothing really changes for me. It's not like I have ever really had many teenage experiences in terms of I'm not at uni. I don't go clubbing and celebrating stuff and partying. So like, it's just another year, like, older. Nothing really changes for me. But it's a year. Trying to like not sound really depressing, but yeah, it's another year, I guess. What I love is that you feel very loved on, well, I feel very loved on my birthday, and I feel very grateful for the people I have on my birthday. So the one thing that it does make me feel grateful for and make me realise even more is just how grateful I am to have the people in my life that I do, because even if I hate my birthday and don't want it to be my birthday, they always try and make it a special day for me. So yeah. Loads of you were asking if I have any fun and exciting projects coming up. I don't know why I just went Australian, but here we go. I've been watching too much F1 and I've become really obsessed with F1, and Daniel Ricciardo is like my favourite person ever, and he's Australian, so I can't stop doing an Australian accent. Okay, anyway, exciting projects. Yes, I do. It's so annoying, because it's like, I do, but I just can't tell you. I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on that it's kind of like slow burns, you know. I'm hoping to do a lot more with TV in the next year and with stuff like that. I just can't tell you about them till I can tell you about them. I have a big project I've always wanted to do with a really big toy company in the UK. I basically want to change the narrative of what one can look like. Basically something I want to do with Mattel. I feel like I can't say more than that, but I feel like Mattel gives it away, and it's to do with a big film coming out next month. I feel like all I'm telling you is words right now, but I'm basically in the middle of working on a lot of big things coming up. But you have so many things to look forward to. My goodness, I cannot wait till we're like 6 months down the line and I can tell you everything, because Lord knows I literally cannot keep a secret. Like when I was working on my book and my makeup line, oh my gosh, I was bursting to tell you. You just have to keep your eyes peeled because there's a lot going on behind the scenes. When are you next going to be on TV? I mean, I have quite a lot of things I'm working on long term, not so much as in things that I'm just on as a guest. My own shows and my own documentaries and things like that I'm working on, and I have a lot of different ideas of things I want to do, and one of them we've actually just got the ball rolling on. It will be soon, but it will be not that soon. It will be soon in terms of TV talk, but not that soon in terms of next week or next month, you know. It's gonna be like next year. It will be worth it, I promise you. Okay, now let's do one final question. Gosh, I actually need to stop. I can't stop doing the Australian accent. Stop it. I can't stop. Stop it, Nikki. Oh. Do you have any plans to move out in the near or far future? I definitely do have plans to move out. I have actually been looking around at places not too far from my family home. Just more, not even from a standpoint of like fully moving out, but more from like a studio investment. So I would live there some of the time, but also just as like, I just need extra space. Like at my house, I do all of my filming in my room, in that little corner of my room in front of my chest of drawers, and I just need some more space. I also think there's no harm in getting out of the house more, even if it is going from one house to another place, just to have a change of environment and a bit more space. Also, like, if my friends ever stay around, which isn't very often, but you know, my friend, one of my best friends, Alicia, who also edits my videos, love you, Liz, she will come down from up north and come to stay with me, and she'll literally have to stay on the sofa, and I'll have to stay on another sofa like downstairs with her to be with her, because my room is so small and my bed is so small that I have a single bed and there's just no room for anything, not even my clothes. So even that, from that standpoint, like if a friend comes down, then we can just comfortably stay together and they can comfortably stay at that place. But also just then I can create one room as like an office and filming room, and then another room as like a more storage and bedroom room. I have no work home balance, and I get that that's not possible because I work from home, so it's like, how do you do that? 99.99% of my filming I do at home, especially my TikToks and things like that. So this is literally why I'm in a hotel, is because I just needed a different environment. Otherwise I just knew I was never going to start filming, because I just feel very, very demotivated and just like sluggish and just rubbish at home when it comes to filming and productivity. So that's why when I was in New York with Benefit, in a whole new environment, in a hotel room, I got so much done. Reels, TikToks, Instagram posts, YouTube videos. Like, I did so much because I was just in that mindset and in a different environment from at home. So I'm definitely looking. Yeah, so I think this is like a soft launch for me. I'm not moving out anytime soon, but I'm starting to just look and see what's around in the area I'm in, basically. So that's it for this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I've really, really enjoyed catching up with you. There were so many more questions I needed to answer and that I wanted to, but I just knew this video would just end up being a movie length long, and we can't have that with every single video I do. So hopefully it's not a movie length long, but I don't trust myself. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well. Please like this video if you liked it, and make sure to subscribe. I just want to say hi to all of my new subscribers. We hit 2 million on YouTube. So insane, I can't believe it. So thank you so much to all of my new subscribers, and so much love to everyone who stuck with me all through the years, my OGs. Feels so good to be pressing record on my camera again and filming. I've missed it so much. It's one of those things that once you do it once, it's so easy to do it again, but when you go through a period of not doing it, it's so hard to then get back into it. And then once you do, you're like, why is this taking me so long, you know? And I'm just very glad to be back. I've missed you all very much, and I will see you very, very soon for another video from me. Love you guys loads. Mwah. Bye.